There's anything harder than finding a liberal boyfriend. Oh. Where is he?
He's a girl.
Why is it so hard finding a liberal man in 2025? Like, it's literally like finding a gold coin. I finally found one tonight, and he unmatched with me on Tinder. Like, mid-conversation, it said, unmatched. So you know what, Jack? Fuck you. And I hope you see this, because you were the love of my life. We were talking about Claro, politics, Wii Sports, and then you unadded with me.
I don't know, maybe you were a little too clingy or something. So I still sound like I'm tired, because I am. And I've seen this trend. There's a lot of videos that are talking about liberal men or liberal women. I don't know, but it's all over TikTok. And I'm wondering, is this a thing? Some of these posts were from 2020, and I get it. Like, I don't really... When I started looking for a person, the first thing that was on my mind wasn't, oh wow, what are your politics? And I get that's really important if you're going to be with someone long term. But my first thing is this a decent person? Do I find him attractive? Is he nice to me? Is he respectful to his family? Does he have good values? These are the things that I find most important before we move on to the next step, which is, do you want kids? Do you like animals? Do you like video games? Because it's a really big one to me. If you don't like animals, you're out. If you don't like video games, you're out. I don't even mind dating extroverts because I have. But if I was looking for a date, or I really wasn't looking because people just fall into your life. Well, my main thing is, are you super clingy? Introverts can be clingy too. Then after we get past all of that, then we start talking about, hey, what do you think about these issues? And you know what I and a lot of women who are normal and functional end up doing? We accept the differences in the people that we date. We look at them and we say, hey, he's accepting me for some of my differences. Let me accept him for some of his differences. That's how it usually works. But when your whole life revolves around politics and nothing else, understandably, maybe right and left people are not going to be okay with it. I think it's interesting to find someone who has some kind of middle ground and can see things outside of politics. It would be funny because there's a lot of people I find that are liberal that are with conservative men or are more attracted to conservative men. It's like they hate the politics of the person, but they're like, but damn though, all the super masculine guys that I like just happen to be conservative. So then you gotta wonder, why are all these left-leaning men, if they can't find them, where are they? I mean, call me crazy, but maybe the guy isn't as left-leaning as you think he is. Or the women who claim that they want these men, when they get with them, realize, yeah, I'm not really into this person because he's liberal like me, but then to be that way, you have to fit this box that everyone wants to put you in. And that means you don't have a backbone and you can't talk to your wife when you disagree with her with something and say, hey, I don't like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. So then they just leave or they cheat, because respect all women until they just can't take it anymore. Or maybe, and this is a conversation that I had with my husband, and it's crazy, but he might be right. Maybe what you think is conservative really isn't. It's just that you're super radical, that everyone else to you looks conservative. For example, me. I technically, after I took the test, am liberal, center liberal. And my husband is more on the conservative side of things. But the thing is, a lot of his ideologies are actually pretty reasonable. Like, oh, he's okay with this and he's okay with this. You'd think he was moderate or center as well. But like, if I talk to the average liberal, like, me and them can have like 99% of things in common. But the minute I tell them, yeah, I own firearms, now I'm far right. Or, you know, like, if I tell them, yeah, I'm all about diversity, I don't think you should put down white people, I'm ultra far right. If I tell them, yes, I believe it's okay to be trans, but you shouldn't be bullying people into saying what name you are, because people can't read your mind. They don't know who you are. So if they look at you, which is what human beings have been doing since the dawn of time, and address you as, oh, hello, madam, or hello, sir, you shouldn't just try to get them fired. Oh, no, you're transphobic. And like all the things that you would say, like, would I believe, you know, the definition of liberalism is you are very tolerant to people of different walks of life and different things. You'd think that those would be understandable, but to the point where it borders on being intolerant and bigoted, these people will come after you that claim that they're liberal, but they aren't really truly liberal because they are so intolerant. And they will call you far right. Like, people have called me far right. I am an atheist and I am pro-choice and I'm okay with the vaccinations and stuff, but I also believe in body autonomy, where, you know, you shouldn't force someone to put something in their body that they don't want to put in their body because their body, their choice. That also goes to the vaccines. Like, it's just really weird, and people will come to me and be like, ugh, you don't fit every single neat little corner of the box, so you're not, hey, you're a center liberal or a centrist, or maybe you're not as liberal as me. No, you're far right, all the way over there with freaking Super Putin and the church of the people who drank the Kool-Aid and step on the snakes and stuff. Yep, you're all with them. And so that might be the case. There must be some kind of misconstruing going on, because if I'm getting treated like that with a lot of people, even people I've been friends with for a long time, that claim they're disappointed in me because, God forbid, a short girl have firearms to protect herself if someone wants to yoink her in the night and spread her body in the forest, because I understand and also say I am not as strong physically as a dude. So if he's coming at me with the knife or something else, I need something to level the playing field. I need a way to defend myself because the cops can't spawn to my area. That's even if I can get to my phone while I'm being freaking chased. Apparently, that's really, really bad. Like, so I don't know, could be that these women did find left-leaning boyfriends, but they're not radical, and that's why they're like, oh, they're just conservative. So if they say one thing that doesn't fit in their neat little box and what they think all people on the left are supposed to be, then they're deemed conservative, which is really weird because there's also conservatism and there's also being Republican, and those are two different things. Like, you can be Republican and not be conservative and vice versa. You can be left and not moderate, and there's different things. And if it's anything being a liberal has taught me, or that we know about being liberal, is there are people of so many different walks and life experiences. Nobody fits into one box. You can't just have one label that fits absolutely every single thing. You're always going to have variances within that thing. And I don't think that people who are making these videos claiming that they can't find these boyfriends are taking that into account. They want everyone to be robots. Then date a robot, program one, or buy those thousands of dollars of things where you can program them to be exactly what you want them to be. There you go. Oh, but that doesn't get you moist. So then therein lies the problem. You can't be pleased.
All right, quick question. Where is everyone finding liberal men, specifically someone from Florida? Okay, thank you.
Oh, in the gay bars. Yeah. You can go find them at the fucking Sassy Saddle.
Wow, that's not nice. I mean, there is a stereotype going around. It's probably why people feel that. And maybe that's why a lot of liberal women that I've met and these people in these videos that I also see, they also don't. They say they want them, but they really don't. When they read books, when they go after the men they go after, that's not who they're going after. And I'm wondering why. And maybe some of them are wondering why. I think a lot of people do know, but I think the reason why women often go for more conservative type dudes is because I don't know. This might upset some people, but they kind of treat women like women. Like, I'm not saying liberal guys don't, but they're more on equal footing. Like, I had one of my guy friends, you know, before, like years ago, and he got upset because his father was still paying for his sister's phone bill, even though she's still living with her parents, and he's upset because his dad's like, you need to get out and get a job. I'm guessing his dad was conservative or whatever, but he's like, yeah, dude, you need to go out and get a job. Yeah, but you're still paying for my sister's phone and doing everything for her. Like, why, you know, we should be treated equally, yada, yada. Your sister's studying to be a doctor and she's a girl. He got upset because he believes things should be equal. And I understand that. That's his preference. He's also, you know, I love him. He's my friend, but he's also the same guy who I've been telling for years, hey, stop simping for that girl that you go over her house almost every day so you could do her chores and rub her feet, and she does not like you that way. after you're rubbing her feet, her boyfriend will come in and see you there and be like, oh, hey, what's up, so-and-so? He doesn't even see you as a threat. And then she kicks you out so she can screw her boyfriend. And she knows you like her, and you give her money on top. Like, it's just weird. Like, this is why people say, okay, there's a stereotype. And then people will look, girls like this will look at, you know, they say that they want something, but then their actions and who they go after is the complete opposite. The top 2% or 10% men that they find attractive, that they would drop their little britches for, those are the rich guys who just happen to lean conservative and expect a woman to be in a traditional gender role. What does that mean? No, you don't have to wear a dress. No, you don't have to not ever work a day in your life. This guy looks like the guy from Shameless. Or the bear, what's his name again? Carmi. Yeah, looks like him a little bit. But yeah, they do expect their women to have respect for them. They do want to protect their women and provide for their women. And I guess that kind of framing feeds directly into the archetypal idea of masculinity, which is a biological thing because women still go after that. As much as they don't like to admit it, when they even do admit it, they get mad because they're like, I hate that I always fall into the situation. I go after guys like this. Why do I find them more attractive? It's because you're hardwired to. You're literally fighting against what you're biologically inclined to do. I'm not saying every single person's like that, but we all like masculine men that will go out there and fight for us. We all like men that will pick us up and say, no, I got this. You go over there and you look pretty and let me take care of you. We all love men like that. Like, I'm a very independent person. I can figure out how to do things myself. Can I do them as well as my husband can do them? Probably not. But it is funny when I'm doing something, I start a project, and my husband's probably like, okay, you're probably going to mess this up because you don't have as much experience as me. But even things that we both don't have experience in, he will say, this is why you have a husband. Move aside. I got this, baby. And I'm like, damn. I could do it myself, though. He's like, go sit down. And of course, I'm like, that's my man. My man. Like, I don't have to lift a finger. Like, even if I'm doing it myself, he will come in and be, that's disgusting. What? He's eating that dude. Oh my God. That was fucking nasty, bro. I did not want to. I didn't know that's what was in there. But anyway, where was I? Yeah. So people want that person with that kind of masculinity. It looks nice. Can liberal men be masculine? Sure. But the kind of liberal men that are showcased on a lot on media, especially like on TikTok and stuff, they're the kind of men that were like, you need to respect her, man. You need, and it's a bad representation. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Like, I've met some left-leaning guys that are pretty masculine guys, like they're not all, well, whatever. Look, that's probably what's going on. And it's funny because one of the clips that I showed earlier, the guy completely unmatched her. He could be lying. There's a lot of men that probably say that they're more left-leaning than they really are because they want to sleep with women. And when that's all women care about, of course, a lot of them are going to be like, oh, yeah, respect all women, and then you end up with guys like the blue-haired guy that everyone talked about whose wife left him, who apparently claims that, oh, you should respect women and do whatever, but he does anything but behind closed doors and in front, as people found out. So there is that. I think, honestly, it's silly for people to obsess over politics. Like, he needs to be liberal. He needs to be like, if that's what's most important to you, like ultra most important to you, like that's the most central like meaning to your life, maybe dating isn't for you because it's gonna end up getting in the way unless you find someone who is just as radical as you and that is super important to them. Maybe dating isn't for you. Just saying. And some of these people I've met, that is literally the entire purpose of their life. And then they'll say, I just give up. I'm not going to be out here for these men, as if you're making men lose out. They're just going to find someone else. And then what's rough to me is like, they'll have girls that will be like, okay, you don't want him, I'll take him. Hey, I'll fit those gender roles to be taken care of and treated like a princess. Oh yeah. And then those same girls that will say, I don't want those conservative men, or I don't want those masculine type men, they will be the same ones looking at those girls are like, I do. You're a pick me. Like, what? You're literally out here complaining that you're not getting picked. And then you're upset that another girl is more the speed of what those guys want. And then you get mad at her for going after what she wants. And guys like that as well. And the girl is exercising her independence and freedom to choose the mate she wants. And you're saying she's a pick-me when you're out here asking to be picked, begging even to be picked. I just find that really funny. And this is why people give us women the stereotype that we don't know what we want. They'll say, I want a masculine guy. I'm really into that. I want a dude who'll take care of me, who's good and bad and does all these things. Okay, he gives you all of that, provides for you, does everything that you want. Oh, I gotta cook for him? I gotta do things for him as well? Oh, no. Nope, that is not what I want. I'm supposed to do his laundry. I don't have a job. He works 60 hours a week, but I'm supposed to have food ready and keep the place clean while he's busting his ass at his construction job or whatever he's doing. No. That's not no. What am I, his mother? What am I, a slave? Like, this is the kind of thing. And then these guys are like, okay, so you just want to be selfish and entitled. I'm not into that. You see these bigots? You see, they don't respect women. And then this is where this whole divide comes in, and people can't really live, you know? And yeah, so when people say that, it's not that we're trying to be mean. It's you don't know what you want, or you're very selfish, or you have no idea what even dating the opposite sex entails.
Anything harder than finding a liberal boyfriend. Where is he? Where is he? Who of my people? Are you guys having liberal boyfriends? Who is liberal boyfriend? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. It's such a problem for me. It really is. It really is a problem. And if you don't understand why it's a problem, you just don't get it. Not even a liberal, like, maybe like a Democrat, like a registered Democrat. I just want to find a dude that voted for Kamala Harris. I'm really struggling. I know 70 million people voted for her, so there's got to be one that is attractive and my type and in the general vicinity.
Honey, you did not come on here and just say you want a guy who voted for... No way, stop.
Share with you a very simple story, which is that I went home one day and I said, well, why are conservatives bad, Mommy? Because I thought we were supposed to conserve things. I couldn't reconcile it. Now I can. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context. I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun. I did not know that. If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that. But my staff will deal with that later. I do believe that we should have rightly believed, but we certainly believe that certain issues are just settled.
I think we can agree that people from all sides of the aisle, including liberal people, were like, yeah, we'll forgive you if you didn't. So maybe not lead with that.
Beware of liberal men. They are just as dangerous as the super conservative ones, because those men are telling you they're using feminism against you. Feminism is about choice, but they're literally saying, well, you want it to be equal. Okay, go ahead and pay for your own shit. Go ahead and pay. Okay, you want it to be equal. Well, go ahead and work. Why do I have to take care of you? Why do I have to spend money? Why do I have to pay for things? You want to be equal? You can be equal. While we are still not equal in society, in any society across.
We're not? Interesting. Very interesting. Does this woman live in the Middle East somewhere, in one of those countries where people can have 16 wives and they don't have rights? Like, and then it's the cope with some people. It's not liberal men. The conservatives are masking themselves. A true liberal man must understand that injustice continue and supports a woman's choices and rights. However, he still wants to protect and provide for his woman and support her in whatever she desires. You mean worship and serve her like a slave? Because that's what this is giving me. If you are equal in all things, then why wouldn't you want to go 50-50? Like, if I'm dating someone who believes women are just as equal as men, then it makes sense. We protect each other, but we also share in things. I'm not going to sit here and expect it to just be lavished and taken care of, and he covers 100% of the costs and everything. That makes you entitled and a disgusting person who wants to take advantage of people. And then you try to gaslight them into thinking, oh, you're not really liberal if you won't serve me and support me in whatever I desire. Are you going to do the same thing for him? If not, then you're someone who probably shouldn't be in a relationship. You're an awful toxic person. It is the most toxic people that have the gall to call other people toxic for doing exactly what you desired. That was one of your desires, to be equal. Oh no, I don't mean in that. I want him to do everything and I don't want to lift a finger to do anything. Then go date someone who would rather do that. Why? I don't want to do anything for that person either. Okay. So what if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to do absolutely anything? Find a sugar daddy. Oh, I have to sleep with him? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so you just don't want to do anything whatsoever. Don't be in a relationship. It's really that simple. Good Lord, people annoy me sometimes, and you wonder why liberal men then avoid you as well as conservative men. Like, at least I find, like, from watching these TikToks, that the dudes on the right will still go for these women, which is wow. But the people on the left that they're looking for avoid them like the plague, clearly, which is why we're seeing all these posts. And this is probably one of those reasons why. The one thing that a lot of people making these videos never do, they collectively all make the same kinds of posts, and they never, ever, I never hear the words, maybe I'm doing something wrong. If every single guy is avoiding me or I'm having such bad luck, yes, part of it could be the dating market and social media and stuff, but maybe it could also be you. Maybe it's the people that you're choosing. Maybe it's where you live, where you choose to live. Maybe it's who you choose to lock onto, and the people that actually come that fit that exactly what you want, if that's the most important thing to you, you're not outwardly attracted to them. And then you just say, I don't know where they are. Hey, ma'am, I really like you. I'm super liberal. I will take care of you, everything. You're fat. Or you don't make enough money. It's like, okay, but you had what you said you wanted, what you said was the most important to you, and you got it. It's just that the guy didn't fit your objectivity status. Like, he wasn't supposedly hot enough for you. Got it. Human beings are hilarious.